Hey guys, welcome back and happy Sunday. All right, guys. Well, we're back to talk about the fact that Teddi Mellencamp is opening up about Kathy Hilton's outing, Paris Hilton's fertility journey. She's talking about Denise's road rage incident, and she's also talking about her father and why he doesn't stand for the national anthem. But that is not the only thing we're back to talk about, because Kyle Richards is saying that she's in a better place after the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion. And she's talking about her husband's new book that is set to be released. So lots to talk about, lots to discuss. But before we jump in, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And don't forget, a new episode of Hot Messy Topics live comes tomorrow. I love you guys so much. With that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so let's start with the Teddi Mellencamp of it all. So I said this in a previous pre-record, but I had so many dreams about Teddi last night, and it was so strange, but she was having a son. She was rejoining the show. It was so weird, and I'm like, is this a premonition? I think that's what they call it. I don't know. But what I do know is she didn't appreciate Kathy Hilton's comments on her daughter's fertility struggles, her fertility journey. I definitely struggled with the IVF process, but I would also not want anybody to speak on it. That's what she shared on a November 21st episode of Two Teas in a Pod. Teddi then recalled how Paris reacted to the cast treatment of her mother on season 12. Paris was really upset that other people on the show were talking about her mom. It doesn't feel so good when it comes back around to you. I think that Kathy really stepped in it there, and it was Paris's story to tell, which, if you saw, Paris did chime in and she's like, this is not true. My husband and I, we wanted to wait until 2023 to have a baby. We've decided we were going to go on this journey. It is what it is, and we are living in bliss. So she had to completely debunk this. But I think that Kathy, it's one of those things where I don't know if Kathy necessarily understood the magnitude of what she was putting out there, because really it just left a lot of damage control for Paris Hilton. It's a lot. She told Tamra on the Real Housewives of Orange County. But she also brought up Denise's vehicle being shot at as her husband drove her to an LA set earlier this month. What did he do to piss them off? If they were being followed, we've seen Aaron's temper before on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I think there's more to the story. It doesn't sound logical, Tamra said. You'd have to know that your car was shot at. Hold on, I want to step in here. I said this before, but my mom was staying with us for 3 months, and she went to go pick up my brother for lunch. When she did, she was driving down the highway, and there was a woman who was like running her car up my mom's car's ass. And when she was, my mom decided to get off the exit. And as the woman was passing by, she held a gun up at my mom through the window. And my mom was like freaking out. And my mom would never, ever, and I know this for a fact, do anything to piss anybody off in a road rage incident. She understands the magnitude. She knows where we're at. And she knows that people are scary, reckless in the world that we live in. So while, yes, we've seen Aaron have a temper before on the show, I don't think that it always has to mean that somebody is doing something to piss somebody off. I think sometimes you just run into the wrong person, wrong place, wrong time. Could it have been that Aaron pissed somebody off? Yes, 100%. But does that always mean that's the situation? No. At that point, Teddi recalled the dinner party seen on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, in which Aaron claimed that he was being followed by the government. Aaron said that he has his government following him because he was a cure for there's something going on. Listen, it's terrible. I can't imagine the amount of fear. I hate driving and I hate guns, but I'm also a little bit confused, Teddi admitted. Once the driver drove off, why didn't they call the cops? Another point of controversy discussed in the episode involved Teddi's musician father, who was recently spotted failing to stand for the national anthem at an Indianapolis Colts game. I don't want people to have the perception that he wasn't doing it because it was him being lazy. That's not who he is. But since as long as I can remember, my dad has never stood for the national anthem. He comes from age of love and peace, and he believes the national anthem is a war song. He's been to countless games, and he's never stood for the anthem once. He loves the country as much as anybody, but at this, point in time, it's a no. And as this is the land of the free, it's his right not to stand. Towards the end of the episode, Tamra and Teddi rehashed the episode of Sunday night's episode of Real Housewives of Potomac. And that's where we saw Mia Thornton and Dr. Wendy Osefo, and their dispute that ended with Mia throwing a glass of water in her co-star's face. Mia was really bugging me, going back and forth, straddling the fence between telling Karen Huger that she likes Charisse, but she was also theatrical about needing accommodations and saying that she's siding more on Karen's side and thinks that meeting up for lunch would be drama. Mia was really on my last nerve. That's what they both agreed. She's bugged me so bad this episode that every time I saw her face, I'm like, no, go away, just go away. And the whole thing about Jacqueline Blake needing to borrow stuff, so what? She's being an asshole. Gosh, how do you guys really feel? She's really like being an asshole to her friend. It's like beyond, Teddi replied, of Mia's treatment of Jacqueline. The friend's trying to be, there for her and do her best to break in, get to know the other girls. It's like, give her a little bit of room to make a relationship here without shitting on her all the time. Tell us how you really feel, ladies. Now, on top of that, Kyle Richards is finally on her way to finding some peace after the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion. According to Kyle, she has found herself in a better space mentally, noting that she wants to move on from the dark reunion and put the whole situation behind her. Weeks after the reunion, I'm obviously better. I was not in a good place for a while after that. To be honest, I'm slowly coming out of that, and time heals all wounds. I'm just hoping that eventually we get to a better place and this is put behind me. The reunion was apparently so dark for the first time in Beverly Hills history that the cast did not take a cast picture and do the obligatory post-reunion toast, nor did anyone get together after the reunion taping, except for Garcelle and Sutton. It was the first reunion where we didn't go out and have a dinner or grab a drink or do a group thing or a group hug. There was none of that, so that sort of tells how it ended. She was also talking about her Halloween co-star Jamie Lee Curtis and making a surprise appearance, but also a pep talk ahead of the reunion taping. She kind of gave me a pep talk about what she thinks of me as a person and not to forget it. It's never lost on me that she makes the time and effort to do that for me because she always does. And she always, she said that she always is there for her, but she also, Kyle, revealed that her husband Mauricio has a new book out called The Real Deal: How to Succeed in Business and Life Through Dedication, Determination, and Disruption. All right, Mauricio. My wife's a mentor, Mauricio told People. She hasn't read it. I sent it to her yesterday to read for the first time. I am nervous. She is going to read my perception of a bunch of different things. My life has been full of amazing insights and lessons. I teach and share my life lessons, whether it has to do with business, relationships, as a father, a husband, a CEO, or a real estate agent. I share these things with the agency all the time. I feel like I have a lot to share and I want to share it with a broader audience. He also revealed the name of the book was a nod to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I mean, it's real estate. It's Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It's just the real deal. It's an unfiltered real deal. And the real deal comes out in April of next year. So good for you, Mauricio. Shit is happening. Now, with that, guys, I want to hear what your thoughts are. So go ahead and comment below. Let us know what you think about Teddi and Tamara revealing their opinions, because they always have them. And also Kyle Richards moving on after the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion and talking about her husband's new book. I want to hear your comments. Go ahead, smash that like button, get subscribed, hit that notification bell. And with that, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Love you.